Critical update on Niger Republic. The new Nigerian administration has put its military on maximum alert, in anticipation of an ECOWAS military strike any moment. Military attack fears in Niger have peaked remarkably in the last few days. Interestingly, these attack fears began hitting home after the report that France had sought Algeria's permission to use its airspace in a military strike on Niger, which Algeria reportedly declined. France denied it had made such request. Most recently, French President Emmanuel Macron lost his cool and lashed out at the Nigerian junta for the continued detention of the ousted pro-France former president of Niger, Mohamed Bazoum. Coincidentally, days after his outburst and pressure on ECOWAS to act, the security situation in Niger deteriorated remarkably, making the Nigerian junta to raise security alert levels in the country. In fact, about 2 days ago, precisely Thursday the 24th of August 2023, the foreign ministers of both Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso met in Niger's capital Niamey, to discuss boosting cooperation on security and other issues of concern. By the close of that meeting, the head of the Nigerian junta, Abdourahmane Tiani, eventually signed 2 orders authorizing the defense and security forces of Burkina Faso and Mali to intervene on Nigerian territory in the event of an attack. So, all that talk and threat from Mali and Burkina Faso, that any attack on Niger will be treated as an attack on both countries, has now been officially activated through those orders signed by Tiani. Basically, things have gone from rhetoric to real action. About a day ago, Vladimir Putin assured African countries in which Wagner PMC has presence, that they have nothing to worry about over the sudden demise of Yevgeny Prigozhin, insisting that Wagner PMC fighters will fulfill its obligations to those countries, including Niger, and even do more. Earlier today, Saturday, Nigerians once again held a massive pro-military rally, virtually filling the 30,000-capacity Sini Count Stadium in Niamey, where they waved Nigerian, Algerian and Russian flags, chanting anti-France slogans and openly declaring their support for the military junta. "We have the right to choose the partners we want. France must respect this choice," said Ramadou Ibrahim Boubacar, a model wearing Nigerian flags from head to toe. "For 60 years, we have never been independent. Only since the day of the coup d'état have we experienced genuine independence," she said. She also said that the country fully supports the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, CNSP, which seized power after President Mohamed Bazoum's government was overthrown on July 26. ECOWAS has maintained it's not starting any war with Nigerians, probably given the continent-wide rejection of any military intervention in Niger, but news out of Niger implies otherwise, as the junta believes ECOWAS is under immense pressure, and is actually planning to carry out its threat of military intervention any time.
Behind the anti-tank barriers, a line of Nigerian soldiers guard the French military base. This is what they face: hundreds of protesters in the capital, Niamey, threatening to storm the site if troops don't depart the former colony within a week. The base has been attacked once before, but it's a carnival atmosphere here, exactly a month since the democratic government was toppled. The new rulers only allow rallies supporting the junta, and Russia too, which seeks to exploit the crisis.
We're ready to give our lives for our country. The day the deadline passes in 10 days, we'll penetrate their base. It's true that there will be deaths, but the most important thing for us is that they leave.
There are 1,500 French soldiers still in the country, the focus on fighting the terrorist threat from Islamist militants. A different demand came via the weekend state TV news, broadcasting an official letter from the regime to Niger's ambassador to France, ordering him to leave the country by Sunday night, accusing him of refusing an invite to meet his new bosses. But these coup leaders have no authority, was a response from French officials. They'll only deal with the government of Mohamed Bazoum, here in the white, still imprisoned inside his presidential palace. A delegation of West African leaders allowed a brief visit a week ago. The ECOWAS group is hoping more talks will convince the junta to stand down, but reiterates the threat of military intervention.
The region is employing other elements of its instruments and engaging with the military authorities. We are hopeful that these diplomatic efforts will yield the desired outcome and make it unnecessary for the deployment of the force.
A month on, some normality of life in the capital, a life under economic sanctions and power cuts. Nigerians wait, pawns in a geopolitical deadlock, with no sign of any breakthrough.
On Friday, Niger's foreign ministry announced that French ambassador Sylvain Ete had 48 hours to leave the country, saying he refused to meet with the new rulers, and citing French government actions that were contrary to the interests of Niger. Paris rejected the demand, saying that the putschists do not have the authority to make this request. The French ambassador, instead of leaving, thinks this is the land of his parents, said Idrissa Halidou, a healthcare worker and CNSP member. We are people of war, we are ready to fight against ECOWAS. The new American ambassador to Niger, Kathleen Fitzgibbons, equally refused to report to the junta, saying they're not the legitimate leaders. There are now rumors that after France, other ambassadors who are uncooperative may also be asked to leave, as the drums of war beat louder and louder. For your information, the coup is just 1 month today. Rooms for more dialogue still abound. Why this maniacal rush to war if not to set our region on fire? Africa is saying enough is enough. The people of Niger is saying enough is enough. Why is it so difficult for the colonial France and the rest of the neo-colonialists to understand? We are saying enough of stealing our resources and underdeveloping us. Africa will win. Africa will be free, and the gate of hell shall no longer prevail. God bless Biafra. God bless Africa and God bless Russia.